So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best skills for each position. So we're going to break this down into strikers, then the wingers, then the centre mids, then the defenders, and the goalkeeper. I wanted to explain a couple things very quickly with skill points and how they work. So certain players will be more expensive than others because they have the unique version of it. So for example, the ultras. So we can see here Bellingham has got himself 3 ultras. In my impression, you can't actually level players up to get ultras. Only specific players have them. So with that in mind, if we head over to skins very quickly and we can have a look at Carvajal, you can see here this skin gives him a +1 level in Claimer, and Di Maria has a +1 level in Predator. So if we were to go back to the market and we look at Carvajal straight away, we can see here that Carvajal in the Claimer, he has got himself level 2. So I don't know if I get this card and then get that to level 3 and then put the skin on top to get the plus level. Will that put it to level 4 or not? I'm not entirely sure. Because if you look under every single symbol, they see there's 3 lines. But with the Ultra, there's 4. Now, if you max out, for example, Hawk here, I can't then level up that to level 4. So I do think the skins will add that bonus on, but I haven't tested it enough yet to know. So if any of you guys do know in the comment section below, please let everybody know because we'll be able to basically combine the skins. So for example, let's use Di Maria. This skin gives him a +1 on Predator. If I then get this to level 2, level 3, if I remove the skin and then level up one more time and put this on to level 3, then put the skin on, does that make it to level 4? I don't know. But anyway, moving on to actually the best skill points. We're going to start off with Mancuso, who's one of the players that I recommended you should go ahead and buy. Now, he's got 1 timer at level 3. He already had Airborne. Now, in my opinion, Airborne is a little bit of a waste of a time at the moment. Yes, it does help you, but it's not essential, in my opinion. Headering's pretty easy. It's very automatic. You don't need to boost that. So what you want to be looking for are several playstyle or skill points. We're going to be looking at 1 timer. We're going to also be looking at snap shooting. Want to basically add bullseye, and then we'll get to Joker in a second. In my opinion, those 4 are the most important. So what I'm doing at the moment, I've maxed out 1 timer. I'm going to go ahead and max out snap shooter. Now, what these do, as you can read here, improves next shot right after player receives a ball. So if you pass it to him, his shot gets boosted as soon as you pass it to him. Now, if you were to combine this with the 1 timer, improves all 1-touch shots. So let's say we pass him the ball. He gets this boost straight away. And if when we are passing him the ball, we press shoot, so he doesn't take a touch, he just kicks it straight away. He gets this boost and this boost together, which makes him unbelievably clinical when you do that combination. So you need to pass it. That's why we got 2 strikers. I'll get to that in a minute. But once we've then gone ahead and leveled this up, the next one we're going to be doing is bullseye, which if you hold down RB or R1 while you're shooting, it's like a finesse shot in FC25. So if we were to do a first time finesse, we're going to get this boost from level 3, this boost from level 3, mixed in with the bullseye. You've got yourself one hell of a combination for a striker there. And of course, he's got 5-star strong foot, 4-star weak foot, 64 finishing, which will level up more that we basically level the card up. But because of these boosts, that will make his finishing like 85, for example. I haven't got the actual statistics. I'm picking a random number. But he's so clinical with these boosts. So it's really important, especially if you're playing a left-hand striker who's right-footed, to shoot a cross goal. If you do combine these 2 together, you'll notice that he'll snap, and most of the time it will go in, especially if you get these max level and you put a lot of power on your shot. Then if we were to finesse it across goal, we got this booster on top of these. Now the reason why I mentioned the Joker is because it improves efficiency if he enters the pitch after 60 minutes of the game. So if you bring him on off the bench at 60 minutes, let's say you've got one of these players, and we'll get to the bench in a minute, it is a nice thing to have. Now I recommend doing this if you've got like a substitute. Right now it's not really important, but you never know how far you're going to take these players, and then when you do eventually buy a better striker and he's on the bench, he's already going to have these crazy shooting play styles or skill points. So it would be nice to be able to add the Joker on in a second. But then basically how I've managed to link this up is I've got Di Maria, as you know. I bought him because I got the personal skin, which boosts up his stats. But Di Maria's already got ridiculously good finishing. Great shot power, good finishing there already, good long shots. So he's already very, very clinical for me, especially with that left foot. We all know Di Maria's left-footed. But with the playstyles, I wanted to basically decide what to do next. Now, I get 1 skill rating at 85, and I'm going to basically go ahead and do the same thing I did with Mancuso. I'm looking to do the bullseye one, or I'm looking to do 1 timer with them 2. Now, the reason why I like having this combination, yes, he has max dribbling, which is really good to get in out of situations. If I wanted to play him out wide, that helps, but I'll play him as a striker, so it doesn't really matter. But with having improved crossing, if I do a little cross, like a tap of X or square, over to Mancuso, That's his improved crossings level 3. Then when Makusa shoots straight away, he's got level 3, level 2 boost already on his shooting. So it's a really crazy combination. It's kind of like a tactical situation, if you like. So we're crossing first time over to Makusa, who then gets the boost from having a first time shot. These together is a crazy combination, and the reason why I like Di Maria in particular is because he can play cam, left wing, and striker automatically with the card. So if I want to move him out to left wing later on or right wing, I can. It's not a problem. But you can see here, that's why he's up front, and mainly because of his finishing being so high. So the next skill I get is at level 85. I'm going to go for Bullseye because I like to finesse with Di Maria already, with pressing RB or R1 when you're shooting, and he's really good at it. So when he gets the boost on, it's going to be even more clinical. And if I do need to pass with him, his passing's already in a nice position. You can see here, he's got only 70 pass accuracy, but with that 92 crossing, as you can see there, with this sidewind skill as well, his crossing is ridiculous. It's so consistent and so accurate that I can just basically capitalize with the Makusa playstyles. Now, moving over to left mid, right wing, left wing, whatever you want to call it. The most important ones for me, depending on your playstyle, like I'm playing 4-4-2, I like my wingers to be able to go up and help attack. It's really important that they help attack. So I've gone for improved dribbling, get him his dribbling up. Definitely down the wing, which improves his overlap with wings, means he basically gets into space way quicker. Say if you intercept the pass or you win the tackle or you get a goal kick, they are already going to be in a really high attacking position because of down the wing. And then I've got one timer on these as well, because in case they get into a situation where I cross the ball from right wing to left wing, we can just basically shoot straight away. Now, what I'm looking to do is just get these to a rounded point. So my next skill, which is 71, the next level, will be one timer. Once I've got these 3 on 2 skills each, I am then going to start looking at potentially Bullseye, because he is right-footed on the left-hand side, so I can finesse round if I need to. Or we'll be looking to improve his crossing. It depends what you want to do and what you prefer yourself. I'm more of a shoot guy. I don't cross as much as I probably should, but it is a good shout. Now, extra things you could look to be doing. For example, you could change position if you like him, but I do think it's a bit of a waste if you're going to buy a better player in that position later on. But we have got these skills. Now, I like these skills, and they are definitely worth looking to level up, but you should be looking at ones that are going to improve your team overall. So, for example, the first touch is a nice one to have for a wing, especially if you're playing direct with his feet. We then got ourselves deliverance, which means improved finishing after he misses a few shots, the same as before. You've got the through ball one as well, which is nice. We want to play a bit more passing on the ball. And we got the other one as well, that decreases negative modifiers for accuracy when charging a shot. So if you are going to take long shots with him, it is nice to have. These are very similar on both sides. Again, my right wing is going to be very, very similar. You can see here, level 2, level 1. We're getting that to level 2 as well. Once I get this one to level 2 at 71 rated, I would then be improving off his dribbling. So they're basically similar in my opinion for what they want. Now, like I say, I don't play crosses. That's the reason why I've gone for these. If you play more crosses, you could definitely look at basically doing set pieces, for example, from corners, or improving their first touch, then into crossing. But I do think these are the most consistent 4 to have, which is sidewind, down the wing, dribbler, and of course, one timer. Now, with the midfielder, there are several options depending on formations you play. If you play a 4-4-2 like I do, you need the most rounded midfielders you can get, or at least one being attacking, one being defending. If you have CDMs, we're looking for defending. If you have cams, we're looking for attacking. So, for example, Longstaff, that was my captain. I've gone for improved long shots because I always shoot outside the box, and Longstaff's always in those positions for me. Crossings on set pieces. Now, he does take my corners. I'm probably going to be taking him off. So I made a mistake there. I wish I didn't put that on him, but, you know, you live and learn when you play the game more. And then he already has level 3, which you can see here, temporarily boosts attributes of teammates who receive a through ball off this player. So another other little thing I like to do, going back to our strikers who have the first shot timer, if we do a through ball with Longstaff and then I shoot immediately with Mancusa, he gets the triple boost. So he gets a boost off this through ball, then he gets the boost of having both the finishing. Now, if I get the finesse up, he gets an extra boost on top. So I'm combining these play styles together to maximize the boost. Another one he's got as well is receiver, temporarily boosts attributes of a teammate who receives a short pass. Now, I personally think having the short pass, which is this receiver one here, and the through ball one, it basically boosts your teammate stats. So say if you go ahead and buy a low rated player and you're looking to level him up quick, you can actually boost his stats in game when you pass him the ball with specific players. And I do think it's really important if you're running a box-to-box system. Yes, I don't have many defensive ones, but his defending's okay. Like, he's got 81 tackles. His defensive position is 75, so it's not terrible already being 75 rated. And I do use him way more attacking. And having these temporary boosts from long short passes or through balls is going to help me out in the long run 100%. And that moves us over to our Rusick here. Now, Rusick's more of a CDM for me. Even though his defense is a little bit lower, He's much bigger in game. And the same thing, we've got improved short passes, so little tick-attacker passes. He was also on crossing. He already had that. I didn't put that on. He already had that, unfortunately. And he does have the same thing. Temporary boost teammates of a team who receives a long pass from the player. So he's more defensive. So if I do a long ball over the top, they get boosted stats. Now, if I do a long ball, let's just use this for example, a long ball from Rusick to Longstaff. A Longstaff gets the boosted stats. And then if I either through ball it or do a short pass to any one of my two strikers, they also get boosted stats. And then I combined either the first time crossing or the crossing with Di Maria into Makuso, who's got the first time shooting. There is maximum boost here to be made from these 4 players. The same for the wingers. If I do a long ball from Rusick out to my left mid, he's going to get a temporary boost and then can play it into Makusa, who can then shoot first time. Or Longstaff does a short ball to that Wahaya, and then he basically gets a little bit of a boost. So I'm basically combining all of these skill points together to essentially improve my attack. So my team may only be 68, 70 rated cards, but with these boosts, they actually act way better in game. Hence why I win more games, and basically I'm in gold 3 at the moment if I play a little bit more. But they're going to be the ones to go for it. Now, if you're running a solo DM, like a CDM, you want to be looking at ones that are going to boost your team around. So, for example, Tower, this is really important. Temporarily boost attributes of a teammate who receives a cross from the player with a skill. If you are running out wide, say you're playing a 4-2-3-1 and your CDMs go out a little bit wide and they cross, that's a nice boost to have. I would recommend having receiver on all of your midfielders anyway, because they get a temporary boost off a short pass, as you know. And then we are basically looking for anything like long ball passes are really good to have, especially if you're running a deep CDM roles. We've also got to talk, we don't really talk about skills. I don't think they're really worth improving for the CDMs. This is another one. Clockwork improves the next pass right after the player receives it. So again, you can boost up. So we could get this guy to have this. Pass the ball to Longstaff, who's already got the boost. He'll receive an extra boost. He'll pass it on to the next player, and so on and so forth. But you can see here, you're probably looking at Claimer. That's probably going to be the most important one for your CDM, because it obviously improves tackling, and Interceptor, which improves interception. So you want to go for these two if you're running a DM, as well as having the short pass booster at the same time, which is receiver. So try and go receiver, and then Interceptor and Claimer for your CDMs. For cams, completely down to your playstyle. I think Connector's really good, improves short passing. There is a long ball one here as well, a long shot one. I can't find it when I go through and find it in a second. I've got the name of it. But there's one that improves your long shots as well, which will help you out massively. I do think having breakthrough, especially with through balls, is really useful as well. Very similar to what we had with Longstaff and etc. So you want to basically boost up those ones, because they're going to help you out the most. I don't think this guy has it because he doesn't have that role at the moment, so it doesn't really matter. But for example, if I go back to Longstaff, you'll see what I mean. He's got himself the this one here, the sniper. That's what you want to basically put on your cam, is the sniper, improves long shots. I don't think Rusick had it, so I couldn't find it. I know he does, it's the first one. So there you go. Go ahead and get long shots. That's what you want for your cam. Tick attacker passing, which is going to be the one we mentioned before, which is going to be boosting up the short passing. Once you've got that, go ahead and get the sniper, and then you're going to be laughing. Then that leaves us with our left back and right back. Now, if you play defensive with your left back and right back, here's what you're going to want to run. So you're going to want to have Claimer at level 3 and Protector at level 3 once you get there, because it raises their position, composure during defense, and improves tackling. Now, if you play really, really deep and you like to have players sit back and help defend, you're going to want to have, for example, there's a play style here, or skill point, that essentially boosts up their ability once you get close to a centre-back. So let me go ahead and find that very, very quickly, and I'll be back once I have found it. Found it, here it is, the Vulture. So raises tackles efficiency if a centre-back is nearby. So if you are running a really, really close combined back line, you've got yourself the Claimer, the Protector, and then Vulture. He's going to be maximised in his tackling and his interceptions, which is going to be really, really nice to have. But very, very difficult to get by, even at 69 rated. So it is important. So I've got them basically on the same, as try and get them as close as possible. So I've got Claimer here. We've got Sidewind, because I like to attack my right-hand side a little bit more than my left-hand side. So my left-hand side stays back. My right-hand side attacks. That's why, because he crosses in. But we have got Claimer on him. That's what I'm looking to improve. So when I get to rating 71, I'll put another one on Claimer. And I've got short pass as well. Hence why I said about attacking. So how my system works is left back stays back. The left wing goes quite far forward. He's a bit more balanced and he's more attacking. So they sort of link together. He'll cross into any of these guys as well, where he'll stay back. And that's essentially how my formation works. Hence why he's got the defensive playstyles or skill points, and this one's got the more attacking one. So that's what you want to basically look for in a balance. If you're looking for more attacking sort of playstyles, or skill points, keep calling them playstyles, you got improved tackling, which is a Claimer. I always think you should go for that anyway with a defender, because he's going to win more tackles. We've got short passes, and then we've got the crossing. Crossing is the most important one, because you already know crossing. He's going to be able to get the deep passes in from long range, cross them into the box, and you're going to have way better crosses and consistent. And short passing, if you want to do little 1-2 passes into the space. Now, with your centre-backs, This is really, really important. You want to have improved interceptors at level 3. People love to pass on this game. If these are really high level, they intercept so much. They shut down so many attacks because of that. And the same for Claimer, improves tackling. Once you've got them two to level 3, there are multiple things you can look to do here. Strong Link improves defenders' attributes, increase bonuses of at least one player. So if both of your centre-backs start to have Strong Link, they both get absolutely boosted stats together. And we've got Pillar as well, which improves physical attributes, increases bonuses again if one person has it. So what you want to do is once you've got Interceptor and Claimer maxed out, your next two ones are going to be Strong Link and Pillar together for both centre-backs, because then they are just going to get additional stats when they play together, and you are laughing because people look at your team and go, he's only got 71 defender and a 70 defender. But if they've got those Strong Links and Pillars together, they're more or less 75 to 80 rated defenders with these two stats on, hence why they're so hard to level up. But if you do it with low-rated centre-backs, you can get that boost nice and early. With the improved interceptions and improved tackling, they become super, super rounded. And you can see here, the guy's got plus 10s on interception, plus 16 on tackling from basically being the level he was before. And that's how much we've upgraded him in that short time. And then once we start adding up those extra skill points on top, we are going to be having like an 80 rated sort of centre-back who's 71 overall. And that's the same for this one here. I don't think there's any different ones you can go for. I guess Protector would help out a little bit more. Want to raise position and composure, but I do think once I've got this one here done, I've got Claimer on. If you're probably wondering why I've got two players with different ones, I was testing out what was more important. It seems to be more interceptions are way more important than the positioning. I'd hoping that the position and composure would basically help him intercept. But what happens is sometimes he runs past the ball and ignores it, which is a little bit annoying. So I had to test him out. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and get the Strong Link. And then once I've got the Strong Link and the Pillar both to level 1, I'll start leveling up the interceptor to level 3. Similar to this centre-back, once he goes to level 3, I'll then start getting these to level 1 to help each other out. And that's going to be the best way to do it. And then we have got ourselves the goalkeeper, the one that always gets the questions what to do with him. I highly, highly recommend you get Shot Stopper as soon as you can. Raises efficiency against shots in the penalty area. You can see here he's level 3. So that means if anybody shoots in the penalty area, he's way more efficient at saving them, hence the name of it. And then we have gone ahead and got improved chances of rushing out in a one-on-one situation. I don't know if that one's worth it. I tried it. It doesn't make him come out any faster than you would like to think. So what I've learned from what everybody else is playing, the people I'm talking to and stuff like that, there is one that improves his diving, essentially. So we've got On Point, improves his goalkeeper position. Really, really important, especially when it comes to free kicks and corners. They'll help you out much more. We've also got Instinct, which improves goalkeeper reflexes. So if you max this one out, and then you max out this one, inside the box, he's going to have the best reflexes and the best ability to save inside the box, which will help you out massively. Also got diving as well, so what I'd recommend doing is balancing these out. Get one on each to basically get yourself a head start. Make sure that you're leveling up, because so many people shoot in the box. Barely anybody shoots outside the box at the moment. This is going to help you save a lot. He's basically saved me in so many games being 69 rated because of this skill point, which I believe alone is the reason why. And then we have also got ourselves... raises chances to save a love ball during rushes. I haven't really noticed that being a thing. It's very similar to Russia. I don't know if it's worth it. You've also got the raised efficiency against long shots. So let's say the meta changes in UFL and people start taking way more long shots. Just go ahead and get locked down. And that's essentially going to be your starting 11s sort of play styles. Now, there are additional ones you can have for players. For example, strikers. He was my main guy. Again, I've got one-timer. I've also got dribbler. But if you notice, I've got Joker on him, which basically improves the efficiency if he comes into the game after 60 minutes. So if I bring him on after 60 minutes, he gets a really high boost. So let's just say I'm struggling and Makusa's tired. I bring on this guy who's got the same sort of play styles of skill points, the one-timer. And then we've got the Joker here, which makes him even better. So I'm going to keep leveling up because he's my super sub at the moment. And that's really good to have. So I want to have them on the strikers. Midfielders is not really that much difference. It depends what you really want. If you're looking for someone to improve your team overall, you can see here this guy's more of a defensive one. But I got him as a free agent because I did the free agent trick. And then we got the right winger here. It's a similar thing. So there isn't much to do with them in particular. But I do recommend putting Joker on any of your substitutes when possible, especially if you're running in the 60 minutes later. But hopefully that helps you kind of understand skill points and which ones are more important and which ones aren't. If you do have any questions about anything, please let me know. You guys have been loving the UFL content. I've been loving playing the game. I've got an ultimate beginner's guide coming out probably tomorrow. The day after. It's going to be a really long video, like 40 minutes long. But it's going to go through every single thing in the game. What happens if you get a red card? What happens if you get an injury? How to change formations, the best skill points, as we already covered a little bit there. How to get the season pass for free. I did a video where you can get a load of packs. So basically go ahead and claim them. They give you so much LP. You can basically go ahead and buy the season pass. How to claim your free rewards and much more. So if you're interested interested in that, please let me know, and I will catch you in the next UFL video. Thank you so much for the support. I hope this helps you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.